afternoon. A very warm welcome to ET Studios, powered by ET Auto. We're coming to you live from Bharat Mobility Global Expo 2025 here in New Delhi. Joining me now, we have Navin Banka, COO, Paracoat Products Ltd. Welcome, Navin. Pleasure to have you here in ET Studios.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Navin, first of all, how was your experience here at Bharat Mobility Global Expo? And what are you really trying to get out of this whole expo?
Yeah, this is from this year, it has become an annual affair.
Yes.
Earlier, it used to be once in 2 years. So I think that drives each one of us to present something much faster, develop something much faster, because it has to be every year.
Nice.
Yeah, we are participating in these expos for since 2000, each one of them. So yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. So, the tagline here today is co-creating value chains beyond boundaries. What is your take on this tagline, and how do you see this directly correlating to the Indian auto sector today and a future outlook?
So when we look at the Indian automotive scenario, in last 3 years, India has overtaken Germany and then Japan,
Yes.
and is now the
Yes.
third largest PV manufacturer.
Yes.
And probably in the last calendar year, it has touched 5 million vehicles, right? I'm talking in terms of passenger vehicles.
Yes.
So going forward, the rate of growth is going to be similar or maybe much more. And with the advent of the EV coming in slowly, gradually, there is a lot of scope of innovation. There's a lot of scope of sustainability with the vehicle scrappage policy in place. Although it's not mandatory right now, but in years to come, I'm sure
Yes.
it's going to be mandatory.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's a lot of scope of working towards innovation and sustainability.
Yes. So, how do you see India's role evolving, and some of the steps that will be taken to really place India at the top of the global auto industry?
So if we look at India has already moved on as the first baby step, wherein the components have started getting exported.
Yes.
There's quite a big market for that. And the export of vehicles are also taking place, which is currently close to 15% of the overall production. Going forward, every OEM is looking at an export opportunity. So India is going to lead the way. And some of the ministers recently have mentioned about India becoming number one
Yes.
in years to come.
Yes.
Although that is going to be going to take some time, but nonetheless, it should. Yeah. So the country should move towards having a better quality in terms of sustaining the global requirements.
Yes. Yes.
So that is one thing which needs to be focused. And yeah, obviously the cost competitiveness, because that is the key for getting the exports done.
Yeah, absolutely. What would you say are some of the steps that Indian auto manufacturers should look at when it comes to a good, sustainable collaboration with their international counterparts or international investors? What does it really take to make sure that it's a good collaboration?
To answer that, I think the Indian automakers, they have started working very closely with the supplier community.
Yes, okay.
And they have started onboarding them right from the drawing board stage. Earlier, India has witnessed build-to-print scenario, where the cars used to be made outside and the same model used to be, brought into the country, and it used to be a build-to-print scenario for the suppliers. Of late, there are many occasions when the first car, the first model is being made in India.
Right.
And then it is being, made in different parts of the world.
Yes.
So here the major transformation which has happened is the supplier has to become design responsible. They have to own the product.
Yes.
Right? So the transformation is wherein the OEMs, the customers, they give the requirements. Earlier, they used to give the specifications and used to be built to print. Here, the supplier community has to develop the component right from scratch.
Yes.
So that is one thing which I think is going to change the whole concept. And India being quite competitive in terms of designing and all, it should have a leverage.
Oh, excellent. Thank you for that. What are some of the trends that you're seeing really being highlighted here at the Bharat Mobility Expo? Of course, sustainability, digitization are topics that we cannot avoid talking about.
Yeah.
But what are some of the trends that you're observing?
I think these are the trends, like innovation and sustainability
Yes.
has been the focus point. And in fact, even at Paracoat, we have been showcasing a lot of components with recyclability, sustainability, and innovation. So these are the two key buzzwords. Yeah.
What are some of the big challenges here? Because of course, everyone has their sustainability goals, targets. As you say, it's an indispensable part of even a global strategy. Surely there are challenges faced across the board. Can you take us through some of them?
Yeah, of course. So we are in the process of putting up a system which will, help the industry to utilize, recycle the parts at the end of life.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our team did a survey at 52 centers pan India.
Okay.
They visited each of the scrap centers.
Wow.
And understood the requirements, what they have, the challenges, what they have.
Yes.
So currently, what we feel is there are not enough infrastructure. Okay. There's not enough infrastructure which can lead to segregating the parts. Yes. And segregating them into different categories.
Okay. Yes.
So as to enable the recycling process to be more efficient, and that is one. Second, the awareness. I think that is lacking quite a bit.
Yes.
So these are the few things which I think should be focused.
Absolutely. I mean, awareness, that's such an important aspect. What will it take really to spread that awareness further?
So one, I feel if the government can take certain steps in making this mandatory instead of voluntary.
Yes.
So the moment it becomes a regulation, because India we have seen quite a number of times, there are times when it converts into regulation, people get more disciplined.
Yes.
And tend to
True.
follow certain things. Absolutely. As long as it is voluntary,
Yes.
things don't take, it takes quite some
Sure.
time to get into the. So one is the regulation, if it can be done, that will definitely help in the awareness. Automatically, the awareness will come into picture.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you. And before we wrap up, what sort of long-term impact do you think that expos like this make when it comes to the Indian auto industry?
Well, to summarize that, I feel that there are quite few benefits, obviously, for exports. One being the generation of foreign exchange reserves.
Yes.
Right. So there was a time in 1991 when India had a few days of reserves, which we have traveled a long way, and we have 650 crore worth of reserves, which can cater to 3 months to 4 months of import. So definitely the economic stability which comes indirectly through the strength of foreign reserves, that is going to improve.
Excellent.
The scale of business, because India has limited requirements in spite of being 5 million market. The moment it is opened up for exports, the opportunities are huge.
Absolutely.
So we are working with some of the OEMs where the export opportunities are enormous, phenomenal, which we couldn't even anticipate or understand. So the scale of economy is going to play an important role, and as it happens, one benefit is going to lead to the other.
Yes.
So that is how I feel the industry should move ahead.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much, Navin. Thank you for being here on ET Studios. Absolute pleasure. It's been great understanding all your insights here today.
Thank you so much.